What's up everyone, it's Dark Viper and I'm here to show you an absolutely overpowered auto berry farm design that was created by Glitch Ghost. He actually sent me a video clip of showing me him actually farming 4 berry bushes at once, and it was absolutely mind-boggling. I had to double check to make sure it was not a glitch or any kind of hack or anything like that, and it's not. It's actually fully legit. In fact, anyone could do it. So based on my own test, you're going to be able to make 100 million coins every 10 hours, and that's off of my 10,000 berry bush farm, and that is at full sprint and based on the design that I've got right now. And in fact, I'm working on a new design that's going to potentially bump me up to maybe anywhere between 120 million to 150 million coin basically every night. So if you're going to do a 10-hour farm at night, you can make a ton of coin. And that also includes, by the way, that math, and I have about 10,000 on mine. So you can see here, he's actually got an entrance that starts here. And so after going through here, you're gonna just kind of hug, you're gonna farm straight across these, and see, notice that they're 1 block higher than the ground. So they gotta be 1 block up so you can get a good view on them, and you're gonna be farming them from the camera view. And then you're gonna basically loop through these each time. So you're gonna go left, and then you're gonna go right, and then you're gonna go left. So he's got a lot of these set up on his farm. And like I said, you know, he's got a smaller farm than me, but you will notice that it's pretty effective anyway. And it doesn't really matter the size. He just has to wait, like, I think he mentioned he has to wait like a minute before the berries farm like respawn again. And you could do the same. So if you have a lot less berries, you can do the same. So let's start with my farm. It's about 610 blocks wide. And then you can see here, I've got 4 rows of 4. So it's very important that you stick with even numbered rows. Otherwise, you're going to have issues looping. So if you want to do more rows, just make sure it goes to 6 or 8 and so on. You do need to do the rows again so you can loop properly, because if you do odd numbers, then it's not going to allow you to loop properly. And you can see here, I actually added stairs at the bottom at the end so that I can reset my script. That's just something I'm comfortable with. You're going to want to make sure that you have a vending machine up somewhere that is where you would be facing it. So you want to be facing it towards the berry bushes. So you're going to make sure you go into settings and then change default, whatever you have it on, to camera toggle. And then you're going to go zoom all the way in. And then after you zoomed in, you're going to notice that as soon as you right click the mouse button, you can toggle between an actual little crosshair, kind of like shift lock, or a free mouse. And so make sure you're in free mouse mode, click F to open the vending machine. And then now that you've actually done that, you can just go ahead and exit out of the vending machine, and now your camera is perfectly angled. So that way you are flush and perfectly aligned with the squares. You're not so if you were to strafe really, really fast to the left, you're not gonna have any kind of friction against the block, so you're gonna keep sprinting as fast as you want. I do actually try to push up a little bit against this wall here, and then I backspace once so that I'm kind of in the middle of the blocks, and I do it very lightly. You don't want to like do a full backspace, but just a little tap will do, and that way you're right in the center of the blocks that you're standing on, so that way when you are sprint running to the left, you're not having any kind of friction against the walls that might slow you down while you are farming. The other thing I want to show you is where you place your cursor. So make sure your mouse cursor is just a little bit up from the blocks you see here on the screen, so that way you're not actually hitting any of the bushes beyond this first row of bushes, because if you start farming from the next row of bushes, you're not going to have any berries to farm the next row. So you can see here, I'm actually spamming the F key very, very fast, and it's faster than my finger can actually do it. So I'm using an auto key presser that's going to actually press the F key faster than 50 milliseconds. And a lot of tools do this. I know the Macro Creator by Pullover actually does this, and I've shown you how to use that, and you can just go ahead and get that if you'd like. So you can learn a little bit more about that Macro Creator on my auto berry farm video that shows how you can auto key press. It's basically a really, really cool free tool, and it's 100% safe, that allows you to record macros. And here I'm actually doing it with 0 delay in between each loop. So I'm basically looping the F key over and over and over with 0 delay in between. On that video that I showed you, I actually set it at, I think, 50 milliseconds, but you're going to want to remove that and bring it down to 0. And then when you're flying through here, you're basically just holding down shift to sprint, and you're keeping that mouse, in place. And you're just running to the left. You're only strafing to the left. You're holding down the D key. That you can do so with a way to be consistent with your starting point. Otherwise, if I didn't have the block there, I would just start moving forward, and it wouldn't feel right. So here we go forward. We're gonna go right again, and the next route is going to be our exit. So we're gonna go back and start over after this. Let's go into the math a little bit. So based on this result, I actually had, within the first 20 minutes, I had 63,000 berries that I was able to harvest, 1.57 million coin, which is like, it's almost 2 million. I mean, we're close. We're almost getting to the 2 million. And then we had 315 seeds. Now, for every hour you do this, so if you really have a lot of time on your hands and you're like, yeah, Dark, I've got an hour to watch a movie, I'm going to just do this while I watch a movie, then you could do 190,000 berries, which if you sold all those, you would get 4.7 million coin within an hour. On top of that, you would get 950 seeds harvested. Now, some of these stats are going to be based on my having the VIP pass and the Pro Pass. So I think us VIP Game Pass owners and Pro Pass owners get a little bit extra. I don't know the actual calculation. I've never dug into that because I never really cared. I just wanted to support the game team. But having that Game Pass will affect our numbers here. But again, you're not going to do much worse because if anything, doing this technique, you're still going to be doing better than what you currently have. Regardless of whether or not you have a Game Pass, that's kind of completely irrelevant other than to the numbers. So your number is going to probably be a little less if you don't have the Game Pass, which is still fine. You're still going to be making a heck of a lot more money than you're actually making right now. And then if you do this for every 10 hours, you're getting 1.9 berries. So if you're going to overnight this with some kind of macro, you'll get about 1.9 million berries, which you can sell for about 47 million coin. And then you're going to have about 9,500 seeds harvested, which is pretty killer because we're basing this math off of a couple things because they may nerf these berries soon. If they do nerf the berries, the numbers are going to be probably different or something else is going to slow it down. It could be the respawn rate. It could be what you can sell them for. Something's going to happen to these berries and we all know it. And I've heard that something will happen to these berries soon. So, but right now, based on this video, you get about one seed, like a berry seed, every 100 harvests. And that's just based on me harvesting 25,000 bushes and doing the math on that. I was getting about one berry seed every 100 harvests. And then on top of that, you got for every berry you get, you're going to be able to get 25 coins. So my guess is they're probably going to drop the coin value for these berries soon. Right now, it's based on 25 coin for every berry you sell. And then on top of that, the berries actually respawn every 5 minutes. So those are the stats that we're using to calculate this and based on the performance. And on top of that, like I said, right now we're only doing a couple things. I'm going to actually optimize this even further. So we're going to get a lot more money from this technique. Now on to how we get to 100 million every 10 hours, that number. So with the 9,500 seeds, I could actually right now, as of this video, I've got people lined up to buy these for about 6,000 to from 6,000 to 7,000 coin per seed. Now that's based on the current market and current market demand. And a lot of people think, well, you know, Dark, you can get them for 4,000 or 3,000 or 5,000. I don't know. I mean, if someone's willing to spend in bulk more, why wouldn't you sell it for more, especially if there's demand at a particular price? And in fact, a lot of people are begging me to do trades for seeds because they can't find them. And I don't know about you, but I will pay more if I don't have to sit there and sit on a trading channel for an hour trying to find the best deal. I'd rather pay the extra 1,000 or 2 or 3 per seed just to get it over with. Otherwise, I mean, honestly, I would rather be making the money that I could just pay for an extra 1,000 per seed than sitting there in a trading channel having to navigate scammers and such. I'd rather just pay for it through a trustworthy trader and to get it over with quickly. So as much as you could find the best deal possible, I'm not a coupon cutter. I'm not that kind of guy. I will go out and make more money for the time that I spent on trying to save money instead. You know what I'm saying? So if I can make another million in the game, why would I bother with the actual, like, maybe 500,000 that I'm going to save? You know what I'm saying? So I'm profitable by spending a little bit extra. It's okay. I'd much rather do it. This is why I overpay a lot of times. You'll find that I do like to overpay beyond market prices because it's just easier. And that's, I think, how a lot of people think. So you got to keep that into consideration as time is actually money for a lot of people. And in this game, it certainly is because we would rather be building than spending there, sitting there in trade channels. Now, a lot of people like trading like that. They're like, there's like full-time traders in this game and they love trading, and that's their game. That's their meta that they're playing. I like to build. I like to create. I like to experiment. So I don't want to sit in a trading channel if I can help it. That's not my style of game. And on top of that, you see a lot of traders they get scammed. There's all kinds of bads when it comes to trading all the time. So I only do it on a as needed basis, and that's why you'll see a lot of my posts. I'll say, "Tell me your price." I usually ask for that. Going back to this though, you can see here I'm flying. I'm full sprint here, and I am harvesting all of these berry bushes. And again, if you're trying this and you're not able to get that first bush, so if all you're getting is that first bush and you're not getting any bushes behind it, your key presser is too slow. So if you're trying to use your fingers to like tap super fast with the F key, you're probably not going to be able to get this to work. It's just not going to work. You need that speed to be able to, you need to blast through that first and second and third berry bush to get to that fourth one. And the only way to do that is to make sure your auto clicker is super, or your auto key presser is super fast, and otherwise it won't work. So you will need an auto key presser. And like I said, I would recommend the macro creator that I mentioned, the Pullovers macro creator, because that is an actual, it's free, it's virus free, it's an excellent tool. It does have a little learning curve. One thing I will tell you, if you are using that tool at all, make sure you know the default stop key, because the last time I told people how to use this tool, I got like maybe 150 messages. Hey, Dark, how do I stop this thing? I actually kind of chuckled because I've been there before, but the default key to stop is F3. So if you're stuck and the F key won't stop playing, just hit that F3 key and it'll stop it. It's hilarious. It's kind of hidden in there, but it is on the first screen of the actual tool. It tells you right on the top right, it says stop, and it says F3 for stopping. So I'm going to let this finish so you can, kind of watch the time lapse. I do want to give a huge shout out to Glitch Ghost, because he again, this wouldn't be possible without him discovering this. This is his baby. Please, if you do use this technique, go give him a sub. That's a small payment to have for you making millions more on your farms every night. If you're making 100 million plus per night because of his farm build, you should go sub to him, even whether you want to watch him or not. And I think you will want to. I certainly want to see what he's going to build next. So definitely go give him a sub, give him some love. I also want to thank Gun009. He's one of my mods on our Discord, which is also linked in the description, by the way. He actually helped me destroy thousands of blocks, and his YouTube channel, it's in the description. And also shout out to Clash, who helped do a lot of destruction for me as well while I was trying to build this giant farm. So I hope you liked the video. If you did like it, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button if you're new. Appreciate all the love, all the comments. I wish I could, reply to every single one of you swiftly and quickly. I really appreciate all the love and support, and I will see you all next time. Peace.